Howdy folks, and welcome back to Scryptar Plays Minecraft. How are you doing? How are you doing? Doing great? I'm doing good. Better than before. I was a bit sick the last days, that's why you haven't seen many Ark or Minecraft videos. But I've been busy nonetheless. I just couldn't talk, you know, and video without talking. It's just not much fun. So we do have another portal right here. Let me switch back so you can actually see stuff. We do have another portal right here. I still have to do the walkway up. Didn't really bother so far, but we do have this. Unfortunately, this connects to the same portal in the Nether where the community center portal connects to. Where's community center? Oh, right there. You see the green dot? There, spawn. So we do have to go into the Nether and make our own portal at the same coordinates as this one is, corresponding, you know how that works, right? So, well, we have one, that's good. I had to go there, get some soul sand and stuff to make things. Also excavated all of this. I was building a little bit here and then I tore it all down so you can have a look at what I'm actually doing. This is running. Had a creeper in here for whatever reason. I think that creeper spawned right there when I collected all the leaves and forgot to chop down the trees. So it must have spawned on one of the trees. Yeah, had to redo a little bit here. Well, it's working. Everything's fine. That's empty. That should be pretty full. Yeah, it's looking good. Stuff in here. I did make a quarry. I wanted to try that next. I get back to that a little later because that will give us all the ores we need soon. You see what I have here, right? I made some stuff. First of all, we added MineFactory Reloaded to the mod because there wasn't a block breaker in here or a block placer. And I need those. You know, when you do automated stuff, you need block breakers and placers. This one we added a while ago. This crucible can be filled with cobblestone, and once you heat this crucible, like put a lava source underneath it, it turns cobblestone into lava. So this is a lava source block generator if you wish. Autonomous activator, we have that, that's good. Can be used to do a right click or a left click with whatever item you put in there. So this can be used, for example, to right click a bucket on this and get lava bucket out of it. That's cool. Stirling generator is pretty much your main generator in EnderIO. You can feed that lava buckets. So you see where this is going, right? Let's go in here. Do not pay attention to that. That's a weird sound, I know. So let's see what we can do here. First of all, I need that. I need that. I need that. So we're gonna do some infinite energy. Now let's see how we can do this. Let's make a... we need a lava bucket. Very quickly. Put that there. And then we need the crucible. Now, how do we put that? Give me that. Put that there. And then we put that there. So this is heated. You see melting speed, it says there 2 times. The best you can do is 7 times. We get to that a little bit later. So now when we put cobble in here, this will melt into lava. How do we get that back out? Well, we take the autonomous activator, put it here. This is the part that does the action, and this usually is where it puts out stuff. You can go in here, it has a configuration menu. You can say, nah, I don't want that here, I want that there. This is in and out, this is out, this is in, this is disabled. So currently there is no input output, it just does stuff. That's the front, that's the back, bottom, left, right, top. Right? It's relatively easy, so let's do it this way. There. Now it's facing the wrong direction. For that, we do have this Jetta wrench. And with that, you just right click, and then it turns in whatever way. All axis. Depending on the block. Some blocks can only face left, right. So on the horizontal axis, if you wish, and not up, down. So then they don't turn that way. We know we have the output on the back side, so we now know that this is the front side, right? Good. So put that away. And then we just put a bucket in here. So now this one can right click a bucket on that crucible. You can put that here, right click, left click. Sneak mode enabled or not. So sometimes, you know, when you want to do something, you need to sneak to do a right click. So if I wanted to put that wrench in here, that has different modes when I sneak or don't sneak. Yeah. Forget the rest. it's working whenever. Control status disabled, signal ignored. So you can set it that it only works when you actually give it a redstone tick. But we just have to have this work all the time. That works for me. So let's get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. Now we need to put cobble in here, right? For that, we have these item conduits. Oop. That's an item conduit. When it's attached to something, it gets this plate. You can right-click that, and then you have different modes. You can say extract, you can say insert, and we only want to insert, right? We want to insert cobble, that's all. We don't want to extract anything. You can put a filter in here, which you can make. And once you have made that filter, you can set a whitelist or a blacklist in there and say, okay, only cobble goes in here. But since we connect this only to something that generates cobble, we will only ever get cobble in here. So no worries about that. Now give me a second and I set up some more stuff and then I meet you right back. Alright, here we go. So I've put the autonomous activator on the other side here because that makes more sense now. I've put the Stirling generator up there and we have the block breaker here. So what am I going to do now? First of all, I need this water bucket. I've dug a hole here and I place a water source here, so that makes it flow down there. It won't flow around here because it flows down there, right? That's how that works. So now, what does this block breaker do? Well, first of all, I can rotate that, you know, on the horizontal axis only. So that's one of those blocks where you can only work on a horizontal axis. This is the front. This will break whatever block is right in front of it. So if I place a lava source block here, lava will flow that way and that way. The lava flowing this way will flow 3 blocks, right? 1, 2, 3. So whenever it reaches over here, it will touch that water and generate a cobblestone right here. This block breaker will break that cobblestone and usually eject it out the back side here. That's the output. We can get the cobblestone out of here using these item ducts. Shift click, shift right click, and pull it out here. Now, why do we do that here and not there? Because the lava will also flow around here. That is, in the event that this cauldron, crucible, whatever, cannot hold any more cobblestone, and it will fill up quite quickly. The remainder will not go through the pipes, it will just eject out the back and straight into the lava and disappear. So we don't have any overflow to worry about. That's quite nice actually. So let's connect these up. Nope, this one, this one, and this one, and it's connected. This goes in, this goes out. That's a circuit that's, well, yeah, it's a circuit. And it's a closed circuit. There's nothing else connected out there, in there, and that's it. It's a one-way pipe if you wish. You can configure that, as you've seen. I could say insert, I could say disabled, then it's not connected at all. Whoop. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Of course, now I don't have the plate here, so I don't get the configuration menu. That's what this is for. Can I reach it? No, I cannot. So let's just do away with it and place a new one. Don't right click on this when you have the wrench in hand, because it does stuff. I can show you. See, now it's insert instead of extract. But we do want, well, you can have in and out goes both ways. We do want extract, and we do want this to run always active. There you go. So whenever there's a block in there, which will always be that cobblestone we take, it will eject into that pipe and eject out here into the crucible, making lava. Whenever lava is done, you see fluid volume 0 millibuckets. Whenever that's 1000 millibuckets, 1 bucket, this autonomous activator will perform a successful right click, get the bucket that's already in here, filled up with lava, and then we want that to be ejected into that one. Shift. There you go. Now for this, we need to make sure that it's in out, because we do want to have the empty bucket going back in, right? So you work whenever, and we might have to put a filter in here to say, okay, out only full lava buckets, in only empty buckets. But then again, if there's only 1 bucket in here, it will transfer back and forth all the time until you actually get a right click, and then it will be full, it will go in there, it will empty itself, and then the empty bucket comes back. So it's not really that necessary, I believe. Here as well, in, out, and always active. There you go. That's a two-way connection right there. We don't have any power yet, and nobody is requesting any of these buckets, so nothing is happening so far. So where does power come from? Well, obviously that, right? That's what we got the energy conduits for. And these can occupy the same space as the item pipes here, which makes it quite nice. Look. So now we have power and item flow on the same block. That's so nice. It's really nice. So we could go from here and say, alright, this is generating energy. This obviously needs some energy, but the surplus energy will now go to whatever we want to power. Like our alloy smelter and all the other stuff that we have created recently, which is not here anymore because I've already placed that somewhere else. Alright, so that's working. You also need power, so let's put up some power over here. Like that. That's connected. Perfect. You don't need to configure these, it's a power line. Whenever there's power on there, then there's power on there. Some generate, some take power, there's nothing really to configure. I think you can? Pretty sure you can, yeah. But you don't really have to. It's always active, it's in, out, it's the best you can do. I mean, unless you really, really want to min-max or... yeah, that should be working. So now all we need is that source block right there, and we need to start this. We need power for that, and we need power for that autonomous activator. So I'm gonna go and get a lava source block, and probably a second lava source block, put that right in there, and then I meet you right back. Alright, you ready for this? That's the first source block, also gives up light, so we don't have to worry about light, that's cool. There's our cobblestone, perfect, that works. We have lava running around the back, so we don't have to worry about surplus cobblestone that's ejected out there. And now we just put this one in here. And you can see it was emptied and the empty bucket was taken out. It's now in here. We're getting some power because this one is running. And this starts working. Not very fast. That's because it doesn't really have that much power yet. You see, it goes up, and when it reaches 1000, I believe, it does one click operation. It's not getting that much, because we're just not generating that much. We're generating 40 RF per tick at a burn rate of 1.5. We do have a double layer capacitor already in here, which I made. If we take that out, it burns faster and we get half of the RF out of it. So that, yeah, that's definitely something you would want to have. But it's working. It's spooling up. It's not really storing up any energy. Not right now. So maybe this is just not enough. Well, let's wait for it. Let's let this fill up. There's so many things you can configure in this thing. That's really, really cool. Alright, this is full. It can't really right click yet because it's filling up. The cobble is ending in here, you can see that. But we're at 300 millibuckets so far. So the melting speed is what slows this down. If we had a higher melting speed, we would already have a lava bucket. Do we need one? No. As you can see from the flames, this is still burning quite nicely. It's basically just the top here. We're producing more than enough energy at the moment. Also, this is speeding up now, because we're actually getting more energy as this one is at capacity. Very, very nice. So all we need to do now is wait until we have enough energy and then we can put stuff on it. Obviously, this is a very minimal setup and it looks ugly, right? So I already went ahead in that room over there, and that's what you hear in the background here. Yeah, that's my dubstep generator. Same as this, just, you know, a little more complicated. So give me a couple of seconds to clean this up, and then I meet you right back. How about that? That's the same principle as before. Now we have 3 block breakers, we have 2 water and 2 lava source blocks. That's all there is to it. I mean, if you look at this for a couple of seconds, you see what it's doing. The lava is flowing in the back and in the front. It's generating cobblestone. It's immediately annihilated by the block breaker, which then goes up here into this pipe and goes all the way up there. Now let me see. Let me show you what this looks like. Yeah, that's a little bit more. So, what do we have? We have 10 Stirling generators on this side. They are all connected to their own block breakers. I've made it in a way that these item ducts, item conduits don't connect. So there's always only one bucket in here. Currently not in here, so it must be down here. Yep, it's still full, so it's not going back. I also have item filters in here that make sure that only the lava buckets get inserted and only the empty buckets get extracted. So that's why the lava bucket is in here, because, you know, there's nothing to do here, so it just stays in there. That also makes sure that this one doesn't do a right click, it can't do a right click, there's nothing in here. So it doesn't take power. It just stays there. That's nice. So we're not wasting any power for a right click that won't work. We have 8,000 MIDI buckets in there. I think that's pretty much capacity there. Yeah, pretty much. And what else? Main power, what is going to be our main power line, goes out the bottom and comes all the way over here. It actually powers those. And then over here, that's where we have our slice and splice and our alloy smelter. Yeah, I made this one. We needed that for half of the stuff we were doing here. We have the crucibles up there, as you can see. 10 of them. Behind the activators. Let's actually go up on top here. I think I made myself a way to actually have a look. See, right there. That's what the cobblestone is going into those 10. And then we have this weird fluid. That's, oh wait a second, that's this. Blazing pyrotheum. Yes. How do you make that? Right there, you need pyrotheum dust and you smelt that into blazing pyrotheum, and then you can take a bucket and get that out of there. Just, you know, use the smeltery for that. How do you get that? You need blaze powder, sulfur, pulverized coal, and redstone. It's not a big deal. You need a sack mill for that. I think I actually didn't place that down. Well, not anymore. That was easy to get once I was in the nether. And then, you know, 50% chance to get sulfur. That worked after, like, I put 3 or 4 rods in there and I had enough. And some blaze powder. Yep, we get all of that in here. Quite nice. So this one speeds up the process to 7 times melting speed instead of 2 times. And you need a source block. If it's flowing, so if the source block was here and it would flow over there, you would only get 5 times. So we have 10 source blocks here. That's quite nice. I love it. It's working. It's definitely working. We have more than enough power at the moment. I think these conduits actually can't take that. They should do, what, 640 RF. That's what they can do. If you want to have a look, there's more than that. That's the one we have. The next level up is already 5,000 and the ultimate level is 20,000. Just way harder to make. This is relatively easy to make. Energetic alloy? Well, if we do have magic crops set up, we can have this crafted for us, no problem. I can actually update this, because we do have an alloy smelter, so if I put redstone and gold and glowstone dust in there, I get the energetic alloy, which I need to use to make all of this. So yes, that's the next thing I'm gonna do. I just, you know, didn't manage so far, and I will upgrade all of these. This one here is not connected. That's not a mistake, that's on purpose, because this one, as long as this one has some power, it can power all of the machinery on top here. You see, this is a closed circuit, this only goes up to over here. That's why I have this on top and not at the bottom. So if we take power using these machines and putting more machines here, and this whole thing runs dry, everything will grind to a halt. These will not work, the crucibles will not fill up, we won't get any more lava that we can take out. These ones can't right click, so we can't put the lava bucket in here. And so on and so on. So this one is not hooked up to the main energy drain. So as long as there's lava in there, this is a self-contained unit and will still work and actually use energy that's stored up to power all the rest here, to power all of these, so that the others can basically be kick-started. Whenever something happens, put a lava source block in here, or well, a lava bucket, and all of this machinery will kickstart, including those over there. So that's the purpose behind this. Put on some glass so you can actually see the conduits. I won't do that everywhere where I have power lines running, but I thought in here it's an engine room. You want to see stuff, right? I like this. Sometimes lava actually flows twice in a tick or so, so you get, you know, a double or whatever you want to call that. It's quite weird if you're standing here and just looking at that. It's quite mesmerizing, quite hypnotizing. And of course, is extendable. You know, we can take this blueprint, which actually fit in here quite perfectly. That's why I used 3. I wanted to use 2, and then I thought, well, perfect fit. Let's put a third one in there. And you know, these are all full. 8,000 out of 10,000. Yeah. Currently, we don't have a power issue. So we can use this whole setup and just copy it over to the other side. You know, extend the room a little and make a second one. This obviously can be extended. Just copy the whole thing and put another of those behind the whole cobblestone generation, something like that. You could also put these underground. I wanted to have them visible. Like I said, it's an engine room, right? We want to see that. So power. Power is taken care of. Now we just need to figure out what to use this power for. I guess I will find some stuff. I like these pipes, especially since they can occupy the same block. There's another, a third one, there's a fluid pipe, which can also go in here. So you can have 3 of these different pipes in one block. That makes it so easy, so space saving. And they work as a block. They hold in the pyrotheum or lava or whatever you put in there. To kickstart this, I had to put lava in there, and then afterwards I exchanged it, obviously. That's nice. Well, we have power. Definitely do. Don't know what to do with it yet. We will see. There's more stuff that we need to build. The next thing I really want to get going with is the magical crop stuff. And for that, I did want to make this farming station. There you go. Electrical steel. Alloy smelter, we have that. We need coal powder, we need iron ingot, we need silicon. Silicon is just clay, which you put in the sack mill, you get clay, and you get silicon with an 80% chance. That's fine. There's other options to get that, obviously. Put sand in there, get a 50%. So yeah, if we want to make clay, if you want to make, what is it, silicon, no problem. Pulverized coal. What else? Coal powder. Again, just, you know, get a fortune pick, get coal ore, and then 60% chance. Or just use the coal, and you have 100% chance plus a 10% chance of getting an extra. So yeah, that's one thing we can do. Machine chassis, we've made those for the Stirling engines, I believe, so that's easy. We do have the slice and splice now. We need an iron axe and shears and solarium, which we need soul sand for, and silicon and more redstone, and a head. A zombie head. We do have, I believe, still 4 of them. Solarium, again, if you have magical crops, no problem. If you don't, gold and soul sand makes solarium. I had to make some of those, yeah. What else? Pulsating crystal. It's pulsating iron and a diamond. Obviously that comes from the pulsating iron ingot, and that, again, magic crops, that's why we want that. Or you just take an ender pearl and iron ingot and put that in the alloy smelter. Which is not an issue, because I do have more than a stack of ender pearls somewhere. Yeah. I do get endermen spawning in here occasionally. Over the last 2 days I had quite a few, and I killed them. And half of them dropped ender pearls, so that's why I have those. Quite nice. So that's the next thing we want to do. Make sure we get a farming station going. This is also running really nicely. I want to upgrade these, this tree farm to farming station mode as well. And I think in here we're going to start the magic crops production. I have to check how that works. I have to read up a little tutorial on the farming station and on the magic crops in general. But I do believe we have most of the stuff ready. We do have Minikio essence. Minicio? Don't care. One of those. What else do we need for that? Slime farm is working. That's nice. Didn't have a look today, but I had a look quite often. That's porcelain clay and whatnot. In the last couple of days, obviously. Let's have a quick look before we end this episode. Oh, come on, run. It should be working quite nicely. I've been out and about here for a while. Oh, I can hear them. Hello. You're getting stuck there, yeah, I forgot about that. Not better? Now you're getting dead. Oh. This is easy. This is the easiest method of doing this. Of course you can do a drowning trap or a lava blade or whatever, but hey, cactus. Find some cactus, grow some cactus. There you go. Oh yes. Ah, no worries about that. Awesome. I love it when a plan comes together. I love it when stuff works. Still need to extend this. That's one of the reasons I wanted that quarry. I wanted to see if we could make that quarry just dig out the whole thing for us. Then I have to figure that out. It's been a while since I had a look at the quarry, and as far as I know, you can set up the width and the length, but I'm not sure about the depth. And I don't really want it to dig down to bedrock and do away with all the stuff we built there. Anyway, let's come back in our engine room right here. No, this way. There you go. Actually do the harder way, you get more light. That's nice. So, that's it for today, folks. If you liked the video, subscribe for more, leave a comment if you feel like it. Don't forget to enjoy yourselves. See you soon. Bye bye.